Alright, welcome.
He's
So,
tougher than
showing
he
a
looks.
bit of the
Consider it
cutscene
done.
from the end of the previous video.
Now, how do we open this thing?
You think he's gonna be okay, referring
You
to
can come out
Otacon
now.
with his sister dying in the last
A
episode.
ninja? What the?
And now we get the reveal of the ninja.
Arsenal's going to take off.
I forgot to save this video, so I've downloaded the cutscene off of YouTube, and I'm
This time,
watching it on my phone as I react to this.
What's this all about? Bedtime, Raiden.
Cool.
I would do that. You're changing sides now?
Change sides? I don't recall saying I was on yours.
Damn it.
And here we go, the big reveal. You. That's
Ready
right.
for some
Yeah,
shaka?
that's right. That's right, Raiden. You got your butt kicked by a girl. I hope my phone's not close enough to the microphone to pick it up. I also have to cut out the actual video it's being recorded for this section, since you're just getting like the groovy beat of the save screen. Up here we have the big shell transforming into Arsenal gear. So this episode's actually going to start off with a few cutscenes. It's like right after this, you'd be prompted save, and then it goes right into another cutscene. I don't remember how long that one is. Hopefully not too long. There is some pretty interesting. Oh, that's done. So jump to the actual game now. There is some pretty interesting reveals about Raiden's past. Go ahead and load this. I could be wrong, but I want to say that I'm down to the last 2 episodes. Maybe 3, but I think I can do this in 2.
Is he still alive?
Is he still
He
alive?
was when Olga brought him in. I've checked everything, including the genome data, but there's nothing on this guy. NSA, CIA, FBI. He doesn't exist in any database. He's a non-existent operative from a non-existent organization.
I suspected as much. However, I know this man.
The president knows everyone. Howdy, howdy.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Indeed it has.
Jack the Ripper.
I can't move.
You know this fellow?
He just told you he knows.
You remember me, don't you? You've grown.
Oh.
High concentration of cerebral implants.
Oh.
Have they altered your memory, too?
Not reacting. Did he just die? Because I was tapping the button and it seemed like it was slowing down at all. Is my controller on? Yeah, my controller's on.
This is my son.
Hey, Dad.
I taught him everything.
You're gonna have an Austin Powers
Jack.
moment.
I never thought I'd see you again.
How's that for timing?
Know me?
He
You
keeps
don't
on saying he knows you.
Your name, your skills. Everything you know, you learn from me. The 80s. A civil war. You were one of the best among the child soldiers that fought in that conflict. When you were barely 10 years old, you became the platoon leader of the small boy unit. At the time, your outstanding kill record earned you several nicknames, including White Devil and Jack the Ripper. Jack, I was your godfather. I named you.
Don't they
When the
call
war ended, you
Ace
disappeared
Ventura
from the
White
relief
Devil?
center.
Quincy! Booyah! What does Quincy urge me?
White Devil.
Well, tell them I'm not.
I've only met you. How do I know?
Iquilurja! Iquilurja!
He said,
Let me guess. White Devil, White Devil?
yes. You speak what you do.
I wondered what happened to you. I should have known they would recruit you.
It's an interesting coincidence.
If he's a lackey for the Patriots, I doubt he knows anything of interest.
What should we do with him?
We'll use him like you suggested.
What about Dead Cell?
Ignore them.
Grr.
Happening again?
Could it be that he's here too?
In another hour, we demonstrate the power of Arsenal gear.
Attack with standard weapons, of course.
Yes, proceed as planned.
At last report, all is well with GW.
How about the troops?
The men are being refitted with Arsenal gear equipment as ordered. You're the spitting image of Big Boss.
Is that so? Perhaps I should be grateful to this kid for that.
So disrespectful. This
This
kid.
situation, I find it very nostalgic.
Where am I?
Why, inside Arsenal gear, of course. Actually, we're also inside the memory of Shadow Moses.
See a straw in the background? Oh, you can't see it's
I'll
behind
take
him.
this back. You don't need this anymore, do you? A foul wind is blowing. We shall speak again.
That straw is very important. Unless it's already done that joke. I don't know. I was looking at my phone for a moment.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Stay as you are. We're being monitored by a camera.
Sweet.
What are you up to?
I'm switching over to nanocommunication.
Well, fine. You do that. Why don't you just text me on my Nokia phone again?
Mr. X? Ninja?
Correct. It's me.
I thought you were the leader of the Russian troops.
No, that was just a smokescreen.
A smokescreen?
I was sent to provide you support.
Support? Who sent you? The Colonel?
No, the Patriots.
What?
I deceived my troops, betrayed them.
But why?
My child is being held hostage by the Patriots. It all started 2 years ago when I lost my father during the tanker incident. My men and I had nowhere to go, so we joined forces with an illegal Russian organization.
The Russian Mafia?
Something like that, actually. I learned much later that it was a subordinate organization of the Patriots. I was expecting at the time. When I gave birth to my child, it turned out I was in a hospital run by the Patriots. In the morning, my child was gone. My baby is being kept somewhere in this country.
Have you ever met your child?
No. Once a month, they send me a photo of my child via network. I've never even held the child in my own arms.
I see. Given your situation, nobody can blame you for what you did.
That's your opinion.
What about Snake? I thought you were enemies.
He wasn't responsible for my father's death. Actually, we owe him our lives.
That's Snake for you. Always helping
2
out the
years ago,
underdog.
they were responsible for getting us out of the sinking tanker alive.
So you were partners since the incident?
No, I only found out the truth shortly before this.
Huh?
When I confronted him here.
You fought with Snake? When?
Well, it was around the time you were holding hands with that girl.
Snake. So you joined hands with him to pay back a debt.
No, mutual gain.
Mutual gain?
My job was to assist you. If Solidus gets away with Arsenal, your mission is a failure. The Patriots would judge that as failure on my part, and terminate my child. Putting it simply, my child's life depends on your success.
So you did it all for your child. But why would the Patriots want to help me? Are they hoping I'll take Solidus out?
No, you're just like me. We're just pawns.
Pawns for what purpose?
The S3 plan.
Huh?
You'll figure it out sooner or later, but I wonder if you'll handle the truth.
What do you mean?
Listen, we haven't got time for this. Solidus will commence his attack any minute. He's got to be stopped.
What about the virus?
No results so far. I think the Patriots have tampered with the program.
Will it work?
I don't know.
Get me out of this thing.
Not yet. I'll release your restraints after I leave this room.
Where's my gear?
Snake's got everything. I couldn't bring it here.
And where do I find Snake?
I actually
The
wonder if I
passageway
can beat
ahead
this in
leads to
this
a
episode.
hangar. He'll be waiting there.
Might
I
be a
gave
little
him
much. There's a
card
couple
key
big
for the
battles.
hangar.
I gotta
Does
run around
Snake plan to
naked.
destroy Arsenal gear?
No, even for Snake, it's impossible to completely destroy this thing. The only option is to stop Solidus and his men.
What are you going to do?
Stay concealed. That's my role. I still can't afford to be discovered.
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
Ugh. Erg. I think my controller had shut off. Did I miss this? Whoops. I think I missed the straw joke. Aw. I'll have to catch it on the replay.
Jack, are you all right?
No?
Yeah.
Jack, is
I'm
it
naked
true?
and a
What
chick punched
Solidus
me in the
said?
gut.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Drafting small children, sending them to war?
real.
It's not allowed under international conventions.
ICC rules don't mean a lot in war. Someone told me that there are over 300,000 children in combat right now. I was just one of them.
So you remember. I thought your memory had been manipulated by them.
It was. But I have nightmares every day. Pieces of the past I can't put together.
Why didn't you tell me?
Is that why
couldn't
you
begin
got
to
mad at her for
understand.
going into your room?
You wouldn't know that until you try me.
Actually, that's a part. I'll
I
talk
didn't
about
want
that in
you
a minute.
to get hurt. There was never a real reason for me to fight, except that someone put a gun in my hand. And that someone was him.
It wasn't your fault.
If I survived the day's fight, I was praised, fed, and had a bed to sleep in. I think I was only 6 when I held my first AK. But I'm not even sure of that.
Jack,
I'm not like Snake. I never questioned why we fought. There was no purpose, no way out. They give you a gun, you ask how many to kill. If you didn't, you were the one they shot instead.
it's okay. No one is blaming you.
We were shown Hollywood action films every day. The kind with macho guys and big guns. They call it image training.
Ugh.
They built us from the ground up into killing machines. We were fed once a day. I can still taste the gunpowder they mixed into the food.
Gunpowder? In the food?
The gunpowder had toluene in it, giving it hallucinogenic properties. It kept us drugged, controllable.
Oh my god!
When the Civil War ended, those of us who survived were taken in by NGOs. They gave me a new life in the States. I can't complain. But nothing's changed. The only people who have no problem with my past have secrets and agendas of their own. Terrible nightmares. Every night. I can never forget.
Jack.
I'm afraid of the night. That's why I don't sleep next to you.
You should have told me.
Told you what? That I'm a killer? And always have been?
No, no.
What I hate more than anything else in the world is my own past. I didn't want you or anyone to know about it. Definitely not.
Sorry.
Now I
Had
know
to
why
ruin
I
the
was
moment.
chosen for this mission. No one can take him on, take him down, except me.
Come on, Jack. Flip your hair and let's go kick some
This
Buddha.
long for this. I knew as soon as I saw Solidus.
Jack, I love you the way you are now. You have to believe me. I didn't know anything about you, I admit that. Where you were born, how you grew up. But I know that now. And I know that what I feel for you can only get better. And I'll share in your past if that's the price.
It doesn't work that way. No one can share the burden of what I've done. It's not one of those warm and fuzzy things couples share.
I
Remember when I was
accept
a
the
child
good
and I
and the
killed
bad,
people?
Jack.
Oh,
That's what
those
you
were
do
the
for
days.
someone you love.
I don't want to share my past with anyone. I just want to forget about it.
Jack,
Whatever.
I haven't told you, about what I've done.
Were you a child soldier?
The last 2 years with you, it's been more than I've ever hoped for.
Oh, that's why you were a dirtbag boyfriend.
But I can't go any farther. I know you want to get married, but I can't. I can't risk starting a family.
Oh, good luck with that.
There's no way to erase
Spoiler!
my childhood.
It's all right, Jack.
There's a
Please,
huge plot point in Metal
don't
Gear
say
Solid 4 where
anymore.
she leaves him and has a child with another man, but then it's revealed that it's actually his child all along. And the reason why she, sorry, the reason why she left him was so basically his enemies couldn't use her to control him. Naked cartwheels. Woo! Yeah, I must have been looking at my phone during the joke with the straw. Aw. Is there anything to grab? Oops, it looks like it. Yeah. So anyways, what I was joking about him being a terrible boyfriend. Well, there's a couple things actually. He had mentioned that he knew why he was chosen for this mission the moment he saw Solidus, which means on that scene on the bridge. What? Come on up, Ripley. Cat's running around the chair meowing. Like, well, then get up here. Hey, buddy. Anyways, on not the bridge, the walkway. When I fought the Harrier. Make sure there's no turrets around here. That was when he first saw Solidus's face, and then later that's when you run into the president before Ocelot shoots him, and he reveals that Solidus is actually George Sears, who was president during the Shadow Moses incident. And I always remember being annoyed, like, he's the former president, so... Oh. Come on.
Raiden, do you copy?
Yes, I do.
You must continue your mission.
I've lost all my gear. I need to locate Snake.
He was never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out.
Now it gets fun. Not just because I'm naked. um, anyways, it always annoyed me that like Raiden seems surprised at the reveal. Like, oh, by the way, this is former president. It's like he's an adult. Like he should know who the president was. So then when he has, oh, as soon as I saw Solidus, I knew why I was chosen. But there was a second conversation. I should have kept on going. Oh, crap. There was a second conversation with Rosemary where she describes this one time where she went into don't turn right, Raiden's bedroom, like talked about how, oh, you always kept your door closed to me, and so one time I forced myself into your bedroom. And then she's like, it was the first time you raised your hand against me. It's like, but that's not what really scared me. And I hate that they threw that in there. For one, having it was the first time implies that he has hit her a couple times. And it's one of those things like, okay, yeah, I get that a tragic hero or a flawed hero is good for storytelling because it's hard to, you know, it's hard to connect with someone who's perfect. But, you know, there's a difference between a relatable flaw and, hey, we're going to have the character be a abuser. Like, oh, awesome. That's who I'm cheering for, huh? But then the story got super melodramatic. It like ties in perfectly with like one of the issues I have with the Rosemary character. Oh, here we go. Come on. Come on.
Raiden, turn the game console off.
But I just started
now.
playing.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry. It's a game. It's a game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly, there was intense light all around me. And when I came to, I was home. What do you think happened to me?
Huh?
Fine. Forget it.
I'm gonna slight pause from the... Oh, here we go. Don't mind me, I'm gonna be listening to a lot of these. These make me laugh.
Infiltrate the enemy fortress. Outer heaven.
I think that scene's from the first game.
The final weapon. Metal Gear.
I was gonna say, he kind of reminded me of my old roommate for a moment there. He'd offer something if I had said, no thanks. Like, well, fine, I didn't want to give it to you anyways. Okay, where do I need to go? Okay, I think that's where I need to go. Ah, crap, there's a camera. I might not be able to do this without getting spotted. Is there a stairway over there? It might be easier to do it from a stairway over. Oh, crap.
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go home.
I think I'm gonna try to find a opening, stairway on the other side. It'll be easier to get around the, let's see, what do I even have? Medicine, awesome. Eventually you start coughing, so I'll have to take that cold medicine. How long does he stay down there? Not very long.
Variety level 13. Rescue Meryl, the return of Ginola.
Get real.
Okay, I need to find stairs. Are there no stairs on this? Crap. I don't think there's stairs on this side. I might have to go. Crap. I need to finish what I was talking. Oh, crap.
What was that just now?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Don't mind me. I'm on the radio. I might just sprint for the door and try not to die. Those are apparently a bunch of like train stations or something in Japan. Hmm. Okay. Oh, so earlier I was talking about Rosemary. So look at the every time I start to talk. Jeez, I'm almost already to a half hour.
Amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey rock. I need scissors. 61.
I have that on a coffee mug. So if you look at like she's basically like the support analyst for the mission or mission data analyst. And if you look at the characters who had that role in previous games, that didn't go well. So like you had like Mei-Ling in Metal Gear Solid 1 and then Paramedic in Metal Gear Solid 3. They would talk about things. Oh, hold on.
An anemone or clematis plant's juice can cause a rash.
Oh, good.
When pruning them, it's a good idea to wear gloves.
So I just run back and forth in this until Snake shows up. And listen to this idiot.
Your mission is to infiltrate the Fortress Galluade, rescue the hostages, and neutralize Metal Gear
I
before
wonder
its
if that's
assembly is
Metal
complete.
Gear 2. But yeah, they would talk about things like Mei-Ling talked about old Chinese proverbs, Paramedic talked about movies to try to get your mind off your stress for a moment so you can better
I was a
refocus.
North American fall webworm in my past life. Oh, those were the good old days. What were you in your former life?
Oh, look at that, a chick. Oh, it's a weird game. I love it.
You got a PSG-1? You can use that against Sniper Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Hurry up and save Meryl.
But yeah, they would do things to like take your mind off your stress so you could better focus on your mission and save the day. Rose, there's a couple of times where like she jokes about the first time you met.
You have played the game for a long time.
29, 29. What are you talking about?
Your time?
Like she talks about like the first time you guys met when you argued about King Kong, like what building he climbed. There's moments where he's like, "Oh, I don't know what this mission's going to do to me," and
Actually,
she's like,
there
"I
is
know who you
something
really
I've been
are. It'll
meaning
be
to tell
okay."
you, but I just couldn't. I think you should know, though.
Oh.
On Saturday morning last week, I saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room. How should I put it? It was like they were
Intimate. I'm sorry. Sorry to bring this up during the mission, but
But then you get to Rose, and my word, and it's or,
President
sorry.
Baker should be somewhere to the south of where he blasted through the wall.
But like most of the time, like she has a
Hurry
couple
and
where it
save
would
him
like make
before the
sense, like
terrorists
trying to
discover
calm you
his
down,
boat.
not stress you out. But then it's like instantly like, how come we never talk? And oh, the way she's written. I'm not trying to justify the abusing. I'll come back to that. I hate they put that
Actually,
in.
I'm in really bad shape financially. I pay money to my ex-wife as part of our divorce settlement, among other bills.
This is like the
I just
worst
had no
time to be
choice
trying to
but
have
make
a
you pay for
serious
lunch the other
chat.
day. I'm really sorry.
It's this game. Oh.
Jack, it's me.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago, it wasn't a coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me?
Yes, by the Patriots.
The lollylulelo.
You're
Yeah.
a spy?
Lollylulelo.
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone. Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end, too. It was just a game.
You're both
not the
faking
real
it.
Thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving
pretty
what
dramatic
wasn't
here.
real. I don't know who you really are. The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
You expect me to believe that? It's okay. You had your reasons, right? Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm carrying. I'm pregnant, Jack.
Rose! What's going on?
Hey, look, I'm finally going to get some clothes.
Amazing how you walk around like that.
Snake!
Been waiting long?
We'll go a bit longer just because I'm halfway through a conversation. I want to talk over part of
Where's
this.
my gear?
Right over there.
So yeah, the way they had Rose written, instead of having it like her actually doing things that
That's
might
more like
actually
it.
help
Everything you
Ryden
had when
relieve
you were
his stress
captured
so
is
he
still
can
there.
focus on the mission, it quickly devolves into a we never talk. It's like, yeah, we do. Like, you always run away from the conversation. He's like, I'm trying to save the president. Like, see, we're talking about your stuff again. And it
Sorry
just,
about earlier.
it's so,
I had to use you as bait to
I
gain
love this
access to
game. I love this
Arsenal.
story, but her
Worked.
parts are
Why
poorly
didn't you
written.
tell me about Olga?
You never asked.
But then the
Not
whole
happy about
thing of
that?
like,
Get
oh, I
over
opened
it.
your bedroom door and you
effects
raised
of
your
the
hand
virus
against
yet?
me. It's just
Still waiting on that.
oh.
So it was rigged by
And
the Patriots?
they bring it up in
Looks
the
like
next
it.
next
From
time
what I
you
can
save,
tell,
where
Arsenal
she
is headed for
apologizes
Manhattan.
for
I
like
don't know what
forcing
Solomon
her
is
way
planning,
into
but
your
we'll have to deal
bedroom
with it one way or
because she
another.
thought
There's
you were
also a trooper
cheating on
production
her.
model raise ahead.
It's
How many
like he
years?
hit you. You're not
25
the one who
according to
should be
Olga.
apologizing right now.
25? Yeah. Can't say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but
There
I
was
think we
one
can deal.
part that made me
No
laugh
way
though.
we can.
Because she's like, you know, it
Because we have
scared me
no
more
other
than the
choice.
violence what I saw
How?
in your
I've
room.
stocked up on Stinger missiles.
She's like,
Oh,
nothing.
yeah.
There was a
Olga
bed
left
and
this
like a
for you.
dresser and like no pictures, no plants, nothing in there. He's like, I only sleep in there. And she screams, your bedroom's as empty as your soul. It's like the most overdramatic part.
Why?
But man,
Olga asked me to give it to you. Besides, I'm not a big fan of
like I said
blades.
earlier, I know flawed heroes are good for storytelling. And if you're going for like a redemption story, then you can
Move
have
the right
your
stick up
heroes
and
being
down to make a
guilty of
vertical
some pretty
slice,
harsh
and left and
things.
right to slice parallel to the ground.
But this isn't really a redemption
stick in a
story. This
circle
is
to
more
do a
of a
rotating cut.
you
Push
know,
it forward to lunge and strike.
accepting his past and being true to
You can
himself.
guard with your blade if you have the L1
So you
button
just
pressed down.
suddenly bring up an
You should
abuse
be able to
angle and
deflect a bullet or
then
two.
pretend it never happened. Oh, it's frustrating. I always forget about it, and then it comes up and like, oh yeah, that crap. Woo, look at me.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm taking you out at the knees. How do I... There we go. Now I can just stun you. Haha.
Moron.
Who's a moron now? Haha. Haha.
What are you thinking?
Holy... Okay. I'm done. Do I have to like radio you or something, or do I just keep on swinging? Okay, it's right about, it's heading
Come
on 40
time
minutes.
to
I need
go.
to call this episode, quits or call,
If
yeah, I
you run out
can't
of
talk.
ammo, you can have mine.
You got enough?
Absolutely.
Ooh, actually, there's,
Infinite ammo.
I love that.
Wait up, Snake.
What?
I'm going to continue for a tiny bit longer because there's like a big action scene right here. And then
Snake,
I'll start off the
have
next
you
episode
ever
with a big action
enjoyed
scene.
killing someone?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit. Just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder. Not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future? You can stop being part of a mistake. Starting now.
What am I? What am I supposed to do?
It's important.
Find something you believe in, and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Believe in what?
That's your problem. Come on.
My word, a lot of people already hate you.
Snake, Raiden.
Otacon, you alright?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
All right for now.
Snake
But
shot
there
me.
is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Strange? How?
Just strange. No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this Colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
I'll dig around.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
Anyways, I was gonna say, Snake pointing at his bandana and saying infinite ammo is fun because if you remember from the previous game, there were, holy crap, okay, we might have to come back to that blade. Oops. Body armor. Aha. Anyways, Metal Gear Solid 1, there are two ways to beat it, by giving in to torture or not giving in to torture. And one would give you, come on, one would give you the stealth camo, one would give you the bandana for infinite ammo. And so at the beginning of this game, he jumps on the ship wearing stealth camo. And then that cutscene, he points at his bandana and says infinite ammo. Which means he had both items. Using it as like third-party controller, I don't have very good sensitivity, so I keep on. What? Stop talking. Haha. I keep on trying to just like aim instead of shoot, and he just goes full bore. Aha. Sorry if I shot you. Swear I didn't mean to. Why did you run out there?
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
No, he's a big dum-dum and ran right into bullets. I hope I didn't just shoot Snake. Crap! Stop dying! Sorry, Snake. Jeez. Well, leave someone from... Holy crap. There was so much blood over there, I couldn't even see the guys coming down. Hey, we made it. Yay us. We rock.
Raiden, about this colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Where?
Inside Arsenal.
What?
I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The kernel probably isn't GW per se. GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal manipulation of your own nanomachines. The kernel is, in part, your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy!
But it's probably the truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which would explain the kernel's behavior.
It was all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Raiden,
Snake, what's happening around here?
I don't know. What I do know is that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that.
Dude, I just got a
Let's
sword.
go.
I can't stop now.
Raiden, they've got Rose.
You just
What?
told me you got
Rose
Rose.
is being held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
I am right.
Okay.
I am right.
Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
I'm going crazy. All right. Keep your sword sharp. After this scene, I definitely gotta call it quits. Then there's a cutscene and then another massive battle. And then a cutscene and the final battle. What? No, where's my sword? I just ran up to him and swung nothing. So this is where the idea for Metal Gear Rising started. My word. In the... Oh, yeah. I thought, wait, who died? Vision mailed. Anyways, in the early stages of Metal Gear Rising, which was made after Metal Gear Solid 4, Raiden comes back in Metal Gear Solid 4 as a cyborg ninja. And like literally like break dances down the street, destroying multiple robots at the same time. Like they wanted him to be so awesome it hurts. And so they started making you already mailed the Vision. They started making Metal Gear Rising, where you played as Cyborg Raiden, or Cyborg Ninja Raiden. And they had this, like, cool sword system where you could, like, chop things up into itty-bitty pieces. And apparently they were focusing so much on, turn, you idiot! On getting the chopping right and making it so you could chop up the entire world. That they kind of burnt out on the game, and so Ow. And so it just kind of got postponed indefinitely. Oh, you fool.
What's going on? Snake?
Snake doesn't use rations. That's what's going on. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Not really, but we'll see. Anyways, what I was saying, so, Hideo's team, I guess they kind of burnt out while making Metal Gear Rising. And, so they postponed it, but then another team, Platinum, showed interest in, finishing it. And originally the game was supposed to take place in between 2 and 4, which I believe there's like a 4-year gap. And basically all that happens in between in that time that you know about is Raiden rescues Olga's child and becomes a cyborg ninja. And they're like, oh, that restricts our storytelling too much, so we're going to have it take place after 4.
The root of all my
Where they basically take Raiden's happy ending and just throw it out the window. It's like, awesome, guys. Thanks.
Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't find.
Alright, well, I'm going to cut this off right here. I'll just begin with this cutscene in the next video. So, thank you very much for joining me. Until next time, my dear friends. Until next time.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can. Starting you, Solid Snake.
Damn! Looks like I'm today's pick. You go on ahead. You want eternal rest? I've got it right here.
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
I don't know what your group's been through, but let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here!